Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Miracle Network's Wednesday Meditation Gathering. I'm so glad you're all here to share this time together. This week we have Ian Patrick, the founder of Miracle Network, who will be leading us into meditation. Then we have 20 minutes of silence, and after that we open it up for sharing. Over to you, Ian.
Hi, thanks, Dan. And thanks, Jim, for setting this up. So today's meditation I decided to do is lesson 131, which is my favorite lesson of the whole course. No one can fail who seeks to reach the truth. And I love this lesson because, well, it's very poignant at the beginning. And yeah, just to sum up the whole lesson, I guess many of you perhaps all be familiar with it, but yeah, it's very poignant at the beginning, and it sets out how we try to seek for meaning and truth in the world out there, and how it's full of contradictions and disappointments and that kind of thing. And then it says what we're really searching for, of course, as we know, is for heaven, is for God, and that we will find that in the end. How could it not be, since we've never left heaven and we've never left God? We must wake up to where we actually truly have always been. However much we seek to delay and search here. So it ends on an optimistic note. Just starts off on a rather say poignant note. So I'm going to read through the lesson. It takes about 10 minutes or so. There's a couple of points where I'm going to ask you to say the words out loud. So your microphones will remain off. I think it would be best. But you can say it out loud to yourself at the appointed time. Okay? So, no one can fail who seeks to reach the truth. Failure is all about you while you seek for goals that cannot be achieved. You look for permanence in the impermanent, for love where there is none, for safety in the midst of danger, immortality within the dark, the dream of death. Who could succeed where contradiction is the setting of his searching, and the place to which he comes to find stability? Goals that are meaningless are not attained. There is no way to reach them, for the means by which you strive for them are as meaningless as they are. Who can use such senseless means and hope through them to gain in anything? Where can they lead? And what could they achieve that offers any hope of being real? Pursuit of the imagined leads to death, because it's the search for nothingness. And while you seek for life, you ask for death. You seek for safety and security, while in your heart you pray for danger and protection for the little dream you made. Yet searching is inevitable here. For this you came, and you will surely do the thing you came for. But the world cannot dictate the goal for which you search, unless you give it power to do so. Otherwise, you still are free to choose the goal that lies beyond the world and every worldly thought, and one that comes to you from an idea relinquished yet remembered, old yet new, an echo of a heritage forgot, yet holding everything you really want. Be glad that search you must. Be glad as well to learn you search for heaven, and must find the goal you really want. No one can fail to want this goal and reach it in the end. God's Son cannot seek vainly, though he try to force delay, deceive himself, and think that it is hell he seeks. When he is wrong, he finds correction. When he wanders off, he is led back to his appointed task. No one remains in hell, for no one can abandon his Creator, nor affect his perfect, timeless, and unchanging love. You will find heaven. Everything you seek but this will fall away. yet not because it has been taken from you. It will go because you do not want it. You will reach the goal you really want, as certainly as heaven created you in sinless. Why wait for heaven? It is here today. Time is the great illusion. It is past or in the future. Yet this cannot be, if it is where God wills his Son to be. How could the will of God be present or yet to happen? What he wills is now, without a past and wholly futureless. It is as far removed from time as is the tiny candle from a distant star, or what you chose from what you really want. Heaven remains your one alternative to this strange world you made and all its ways, its shifting patterns and uncertain goals, its painful pleasures and its tragic joys. God made no contradiction. What denies its own existence and attacks itself is not of him. He did not make two minds, with heaven as the glad effect of one, and earth the other sorry outcome, which is heaven's opposite in every way. God does not suffer conflict, nor is his creation split in two. How could it be his Son could be in hell while God himself established him in heaven? Could he lose what eternal will has given him to be his home forever? Let us not try longer to impose an alien will upon God's single purpose. He is here because he wills to be, and what he wills is present now, beyond the reach of time. Today, we will not choose the paradox in place of truth. How could the Son of God make time to take away the will of God? He thus denies himself and contradicts what has no opposite. He thinks that he has made a hell opposing heaven and believes that he abides in what does not exist, while heaven is the place he cannot find. Leave foolish thoughts like these behind you and turn your mind to true ideas instead. No one can fail who seeks to reach the truth, and it is truth we seek to reach today. We will ask to see the rising of the real world to replace the foolish images that we hold dear, with true ideas arising in place of thoughts that have no meaning, no effect, and neither source nor substance in the truth. This we acknowledge as we start upon our practice period. Begin with this and say these lines out loud after me to yourself. I ask to see a different world. I ask to see a different world. And think a different kind of thought. From those I made. The world I seek, I did not make alone. The thoughts I want to think are not my own. For several minutes, watch your mind and see, although your eyes are closed, the senseless world you think is real. Just have a minute for that. Review the thoughts as well which are compatible with such a world and which you think are true. Then let them go. and sink below them to the holy place where they can enter not. There is a door beneath them in your mind, which you could not completely lock to hide what lies beyond. Seek for that door and find it. But before you try to open it, remind yourself that no one can fail who seeks to reach the truth. And it is this request you make today. Nothing but this has any meaning now. No other goal is valid now nor thought. Nothing before this door you really want, and only what lies past it do you seek. In your mind's eye, put out your hand and see how easily the door swings open with your one intent to go beyond. Angels light the way so that all darkness vanishes, and you are standing in a light so bright and clear that you can understand all things you see. A tiny moment of surprise, perhaps, will make you pause before you realize the world you see before you in the light reflects the truth you knew and did not quite forget in wandering away in dreams. You cannot fail today. There walks with you the spirit heaven sent you, that you might approach this door some day and through his aid slip effortlessly past it to the light. Today that day has come. Today God keeps his ancient promise to his holy Son, as does his Son remember his to him. This is the day of gladness, for we come to the appointed time and place where you will find the goal of all your searching here and all the seeking of the world, which ends together as you pass beyond the door. Remember often that today should be a time of special gladness, and refrain from dismal thoughts and meaningless lament. Salvation's time has come. Today is set by heaven itself to be the time of grace for you and for the world. If you forget this happy fact, remind yourself with this. And again, we'll just say these words, these lines out after me, out loud. Today, I seek and find all that I want. Today, I seek and find all that I want. My single purpose offers it to me. No one can fail who seeks to reach the truth. No one can fail who seeks to reach the truth.
open your eyes and come back into the room. We have 13 minutes left for sharing your reflections and any questions. If you'd like to share, raise your hand, or you can also use the electronic hand at the bottom of the screen. And if you want to say something with confidentiality, put your message in chat and I'll read it out. Who'd like to share? Norman, take yourself off mute.
I would just like to say thank you, thank you, thank you. That hit the nail right on the head for me. I've had sort of an awareness before of a dark dungeon within me with no windows. The door was open and there was a young prince in it, appeared to be praying, and that, but it wasn't, it was warm light coming, stayed in it, and he wasn't for coming out and I wasn't for going in. And a few months later I had another one and I thought, I'll put my hand in and pull him out. But the light grew dimmer when I tried that, and it wasn't for coming out. And the darkness grew more. But now I realise that the darkness, it will go away when the light comes out, and that light is within me. And thank you very much indeed for that meditation. I can relax in peace now. The light will come out and the darkness will go away as long as I don't interfere and just try and be that young prince that's in me. Or don't even do anything, don't even try that. Just be happy. And now I know what's going on inside me, inside my mind, inside my being. And it's just for me to let go of the darkness myself with the help of the love that's in me. So thank you very, 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 very much.
Oh, that's great, Norman. Thank you. Thank you. There's another image about a prisoner in his cell. And he thinks he's trapped in his cell. He doesn't realize the door's open. All he needs to do is push it and it will open. That's us in the world. Thinking we're trapped here. This is it. This is our lot. We're doomed. We don't know. We don't realize that the door's open all along.
Catherine, take yourself off mute.
This is more a share than a question, I think. So I have some difficulties with my brain where I get easily overloaded, and if someone talks to me when they're not in front of me from another room, it's quite demanding, and if I then answer, it's even more demanding. And I have a loved one who I have been explaining this to for 10 years, who just talks to me from the corridor, and I keep quiet thinking, well, he'll think, oh, doing it, walking. No, just stands behind, you know, 5 feet or 5 steps away and asks the question again. So I was releasing judgment on that. It's okay to need to be told how to communicate over and over and over again. And I had a beautiful moment of understanding infinite patience, that, you know, there is no time, and self, Holy Spirit, Jesus live outside time. And I had this feeling that, you know, if even once in this lifetime I had stopped and said, you know, what do you want to say? And been still and quiet, that self would just be just super delighted. And because there is no time, so if it takes 1,000 lifetimes, you know, 1,000,000, that's how it is. And it was rather beautiful to have that sense of infinite patience that I do not have with this particular person. But, you know, luckily self is not me, and isn't living in a restricted body and with time and space. And yeah, just a beautiful experience. So thank you for reminding me of that. And also just lovely to know it's your favorite lesson. It's very interesting to know, you know, which ones touch people. And of course it is a beautiful message. We can't fail. Wow. Thank you.
Thank you, Catherine.
Who would like to share?
I had to confess to being a bit distracted in the middle of that reading because I had asked my cleaner to come. She said she was coming Wednesday morning. I said after 10:45, and then at 10:15 I could hear the buzzer going twice, and then my phone ringing, and I'm trying to focus on the letter and the meditation. So he's coming back in a few minutes, apparently. Oh, and there she is. Excuse me.
Are you? Can I ask how you are? You still don't look 100% back.
Yes, I am okay. Thank you. It took a while to get better. He's come back now. Thank you.
Dennis, would you like to share? Dennis, would you like to share?
Nothing to do with the lesson, or is it? I don't know. But I first met you in 2006 at Suna's house, where you did an introduction to the Course in Miracles. You're the founder of the British group. I'd like to say thank you very much. You came across then as a kind, loving person. You haven't changed much, except you've grown a beard. By their deeds, you should know them.
Oh, thanks, Dennis. I'm touched. I did that. We did that same lesson actually. That class. Maybe you don't remember.
No, I'm getting old and my memory's going,
Okay.
but I know it well.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, I found it interesting as well that that was your favorite lesson. I mean, I marked it as one of my likes, but I'm going to read through it again and again until and just absorb it all because it is a beautiful lesson.
It's got so much in it, and to me, it says everything really. It's like almost an encapsulation of the Course in Miracles.
Yeah, it's wonderful. Good choice, thank you. Who'd like to share? Teresa, take yourself off mute.
Yes, thank you, Ian. That was very lovely meditation, and I went into a little visualization similar to Norman, in that as I went through this door that wasn't locked, I looked behind to see what I'm leaving behind, because I don't want to leave people I love behind. But the sense was that every love, everything is there. So it was a very nice feeling. So thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Who'd like to share? Evelyn, take yourself off mute.
Thank you, Ian, very much. That was perfect as always. And I just got a real sense of that it doesn't matter who you are in the world, what position, you're president or whatever. We're all the same child in the same sonship of God, all equal, all blessed. It doesn't matter at all. It only matters here, or seems to, but in truth, it doesn't matter. What matters is who we really are. And just to bring that into, you know, we have such opportunity to serve. And of course, in myself, you know, my little naughty child, mischievous one, comes forward, but I'm learning through that actually, and with that, just to not take it too seriously. And so that helps me. So we are very, very blessed to have the course and yourself, who brought it through with such love and available to have these lovely weekly meetings, which to me means so much. Really is a priceless gift. And I thank you and everybody connected with the Miracle Network and older brothers. We are one indeed. And just I just get such support and love from that, from all of you. So thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Where would we be without you? And
You'd still be home free.
Oh, yeah.
without my yes, anyway, yeah, without my mischievous little self.
Weekly meetings, as you call them. Huge thanks to Dan, Teresa, and Jim for keeping them going.
Yes, Teresa, Dan, yeah, all of you at Miracle Network, absolutely. Bless you all. Thank you.
And thank you all for joining with us. It's wonderful to have you all here. Time for one more share. Who'd like to share? Like to say anything, Ian, before we close?
No, I don't think so. I've got to go and see what my cleaner's doing. I can hear noises in the background in the other room, and I assume it's the cleaner. It could be a burglar. No idea. Sorry about that. But it's great. I enjoyed the meditation today. Thank you. Thank you for being here.
Okay, well, thank you, Ian. That was wonderful. And thank you all for being here. And take yourself off mute. Show your appreciation to Ian.
Thank you, Ian.
Thank you very much.
Thank you,
Thank you very much.
Bye, everyone.
Brilliant. Brilliant.